Right, welcome back. Sorry for that technical hitch. We are back on air now. A little bit of problem here and there, but it's been sorted out. Anyway, I'm still waiting for my guest to pick up the phone. But for now, anyone who wants to join can easily, quickly join so that we can get on going. The issue we are discussing tonight. First of all, is the lack of peaceful coexistence that is happening in the Sahara belt of West Africa. Then not to think about what is happening in Sudan as well. It is really a shame. It is a problem that should concern all of us, whether we live in West Africa now or we live here in abroad, whatever, because even we in the diaspora should be very much concerned with what is going on. Then the second part is, or the second one is the home front. The issue regarding Cecil Dapa. The issue regarding Cecil Dapa, the monies that are being found in people's homes in Ghana. The actual case is bad enough, but those people going around trying to be self-appointed spokespersons for Cecil Dapa, just because Cecil Dapa is an MPP woman. When at all will, decency, actual proper decency prevail or emerge in African politics? That is, you agree that this is our party, you love your party, you support the party, but then if someone does something wrong, you must be bold, ready to say that, look, this is wrong. They call you to sit down to talk, you can't just say that, look, there's nothing you understand, and that if, the court or the security agencies are dealing with it, so be it. But to force yourself, all this is like virtue signaling, like going to talk for the big boss to know that you are helping, so maybe you get some handouts, or maybe you get some praise from somewhere. This isn't right, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't right. Those people making excuses for Cecil Dapa, they are rather even more, they are annoying than the case itself. How can you come out and say that Cecil Dapa might have got the money from funeral contributions? Then someone will say, Dapa's former big brother, senior brother, elder brother was an architect for several years. So he left that 1 million. You look at all these things, right? You listen to all this. People who are supposed to be very, very educated. These are the top class people, the higher class in society. And they are all, doing their monies in a pot under the bed somewhere. Their monies are in sacks under the bed or in the closet somewhere in Ghana. Whilst the political leadership is praying and praising and lamenting that we are doing cashless economy, lamenting that we are doing digitization, and that will cut down on the use of cash. While the people who are doing the governing, they are saving their monies at home. And this alone should worry everybody, should worry every Ghanaian. The idea that your party is your party, so you have to lie, you have to defend at all costs. The politicians are duping us. Politicians of every color. The moment they get to know, the moment they are aware that you support them anyhow, you are going to be behind them in any case. The moment the politicians, begin to believe that they are untouchable, that the citizens or their supporters will not give up on them, that is where or when the politicians will just, do everything and anything they like or they want. So it is time. I bema ye Ghana for, especially Yenwanum Bia, Omugugu baby. I mean, somebody like your own friend say Chairman Kukofu. I mean, these people are all educated. And the Ade no more can force her. Ade say, what better TV so now who defend it as someone Wakasano who say, oh, everything must be left with the court and the security agents, which is fine. But at the same time, you come up to say so many things to insult the intelligence of everybody. Years ago, one lady, Victoria Hammer, said something along the lines that she cannot fight because she hasn't got $1 million yet. That is the literal translation into English. Just by saying that, the same group of people who are running the country today, the way they cried, the way they crowed, the way they opened their mouths. I remember vividly, I've been playing the video, I've been watching the video of Esla Owusu condemning another woman for thinking that if she gets $1 million, she will be able to fight or to control people. For saying that they talk and talk and talk until the leadership, NDC leadership, relented. They relented and did, of course, the right thing by saying, okay, fair enough. You, the lady, for even thinking like this, perhaps it's wrong. Well, even if it's not exactly unlawful to talk like that, politically, it is all very incorrect. So please, step aside. Today, the same people are finding excuses for top executives, for men and women in the corridors of power. They are keeping huge sums of money at home. For me, I've said it. You see, the point here is that, you see that pictures people are putting across, sending about everywhere, saying that you can steal the village drum. After the stealing, you can steal it all. You can take the drum away. Maybe you have to go and dismantle the drum and cook the hide, the leather, and eat it. Because playing the drum is impossible. The moment you start playing, everybody will know where the drum is coming from. The noise is coming from. They come and see, oh, it is the drum that got missing. It is with you. So what is happening is that the top hierarchy of politicians, the people in the corridors of power, they've hoarded monies. Because one, they know when these monies become official, that is when it's saved in the banks, people, or let's say the power in charge, can trace it. If the monies are saved in the bank, we can trace it, we can know. Then we can ask questions. Where is this money coming from? What is that? How did you manage to get this money? A whole lot of. And they know very well they cannot give any tangible excuses or explanations when the time comes. So in order to play safe or to be safe, what they are doing is they keep the money in their homes. Because number two, they can't these days send that money abroad again. Quietly they send through certain people to purchase properties in, let's say, in London, in Paris, in New York, save their monies abroad. Now it's becoming very difficult because these foreign destinations, not because they don't want to welcome our ill-gotten monies, but because they know that these monies that are being siphoned outside of its original, its original state or original countries, monies that is being taken away, let's say from Nigeria to Ghana, from Ghana to New York, from Gambia to Paris, and those monies in the end will affect, those thefts will affect the citizens of those countries. So what will happen is that in the end, those citizens of West Africa and other places become very desperate. They are destitute, hopeless in life. There's no hope for them, knowing that you live in your home country, you are not going to survive. let alone prosper. So they all run away, want to come to Europe. And now the Europeans, especially their youth, are not happy because they know, the more immigrants come in, the lesser their chances of gaining employment or finding a job for themselves, for their future. So the pressure is mounting on the European and, let's say the Western political leaderships. The pressure is mounting for them not to accept this, large numbers of foreign influx or foreign immigrants. They don't want their government to do so. No, here now, the latest Home Office publication, the amount of monies that you have to pay to get visa and all those consular payments, all those fees have gone up, double, some 5 times, some 10 times. And it is now not hidden because the government of UK says they cannot increase taxes. The people will rebel. The only way is that they will allow some immigration, some migrants to come in, but you have to pay through your nose. You see? So the thing is, this pilfering and plundering, hiding monies in their basement, in sacks under their beds, is a serious issue. And like I said, those who are doing the deeds, the bad, the evil deeds, these people in the corridors of power who have hoarded so much cash in their rooms, it is bad enough to know. But it's even worse when you have some people coming out to defend, to chip in excuses here and there. I mean, who can say that? Somebody was an architect for several years, died, left his will to maybe next of kin, which is the little junior sister. And the will came with raw cash. You see, in any proper place that human beings live, nobody can even come and say this, that the monies were left by the dead person. If you are living in a proper place where human beings live, like UK here, you can't even say that. Because the authorities would like to know how that monies were kept all these years in the basement somewhere, and what are the documentation, what shows that the deceased actually left that cash. In Ghana, there's somebody who come and say it, just say this, and they expect everything to die away, to calm down. That is normal. Like I said, those who come out to come and defend, because excuses now, no matter who is giving out those excuses, most of them are doing that because they know so they too, maybe they'll be found out very soon or in future. We know, look, in Parliament, questions are going on. You collected this money that you are going to do this. That thing you collected the money for is not done. Apparently, $1 billion or so or something was earmarked to pay some debt, some foreign debt to external debt. Those debts are still there. They have not been paid. So people are asking, where is the monies? Where are those monies? Na se yeti ho na nyame adom obi akoye ni body ema ye hu se oh enkrofo di sika esiesie big sums of money. Now you see lawyer bi wo your friend say Ekufuado office ni airport residential na armed robbers ko wi sika 114,000. Sa sika no say no, it is the small change it is the small change. It is sika say ye bribe, say ye inducement, say ye chiche mo, and ye sika bi say no ye di agro. Then the whole nation, about 90% of the people, yes, you mudi nyina yembom na omun suffer. Na omun fa I said their contribution to help out the country. 90% entra se ombe suffer. Se na be your nine or mine be jina nine so. But those in charge, they are damn rich. They are living big. Kufadu sorry no ekuresi play mu be bia conference bia ekoso a bia emfa no kra oh no okogina mu bi be bia fa last na me busa say yes me say Kufadu call Vatican. Exactly what is he doing at the Vatican? Exactly what? Na di kra koye no ho no emfa so ben e de be Ghana. These are the questions we got to ask. The guys have lived their usefulness. They have outlived their usefulness. Yes, sir. Omo send our first and first say, oh, Kufadu ba or a disciplined man. You see, people go about saying that, Rawlings said the NDC was very corrupt. In fact, yes, indeed, he said it. It was true that he said it. But that time he said that we had, and he himself had not experienced this rot. Tama Rawlings cast out now, sa rot way a Kufadu the agent we then buy into Rawlings cast out time. Of course, only the party crown of food say corruption name cause some people Obeka. Obviously, politics is such that maybe you don't have to say that such truth. But on the Obeka into your kind. But Sata Mokai no. Na sanko se somewhere cause we ne onhuye, ne buy. Now even from those who know, he Rawlings, when he realized that this guy I supported or thought he will come and clean up, on no crowd a bonko. The time Rawlings saw that Kufadu and his people are worse. Nibufu, so they had to finish with him. They had to silence him. We know this. So those of you going about, putting this picture, this, what do you call it, Rawlings' statement about how NDC was corrupt, and fair enough. That level of corrupt was bad enough. But this corruption, I constantly say there, a kung fu corruption, is death. And I tell you always that corruption kills. I've also said on my show that, look, I don't want any politician to come and say, I will fix the economy, I will fix... No. Our economies, we don't have control of our economies. What you can promise me, what I want someone, Mahama or whatever, to convince me that when I come, I will make sure, I will do everything. I will put even my life on making sure that corruption subsides, that corruption comes down. Obviously, the whole world over, everywhere, there is not a single place on this planet that there's a corruption-free. Vatican, bomb by day and night, corruption. But it is the degree, the volume. It is about how you manage it. If the corruption is managed and it is reduced, even for the fact that we don't control our own economy, if the corruption is managed and controlled, you will see how tranquil, how free, people, the feeling of happiness, the feeling, the feel-good factor, as they say, it will come back to Ghana. Don't come and promise me, Mansa Musa, that you are coming to do the economy, this and that and that. It's all about borrow and spend. But if you promise me, if you promise Ghanaians, if you convince us that you are going to reduce corruption, that one alone will start sorting out the economy. This is not rocket science. This, as a leader, leadership, if your mind is science, then don't come at all. I hear, maybe with some justification or not, that the NPP people go around saying, look, NPP, NDC for crowd umba be West. They are going around saying it. And some, the NDC people, they fear to be very assertive. They are afraid to be bold enough to say, hey, yeah, not all of them are saying. Unfortunately, one of few fearless people, one of the few who started or were about to say something very hard, nearer to the truth. Recently, she died. That Sherry, is it Sherry Aite, that woman? I had her number, spoke to her privately, I will invite her, then she's dead. May her soul rest in peace. But I will keep on saying that it is not about anybody sorting out the economy. You see? Look at what is happening in Kenya. Kenya people are striking. Look, if you go to France, they go on demonstration and strikes. You know, in France, there's some of the police maybe what we call it, let's say, racism. Unfortunately, they will shoot some, a French Arab or something. But when it comes to the demonstration itself, you will not hear that they are killing people. No matter how difficult it comes, you see the whole of Paris being turned upside down. The police don't shoot to kill. But in Africa, look at Kenya. About, let's say, 10 or 20 or whatever, how 40 people or so have been killed for demonstrating. And then they are demonstrating because they feel the taxes are too huge. The taxes are too huge. In Ghana, people are facing, this hard, this sharp edge of heavy taxes. They are quiet. And everyone is quiet because they feel, sir, if only you are working on something, you can also get your part to steal. So they are quiet. This one says, Mansa Musa, your proposal that the NDC or even the whole of the Ghanaian community should organize a march demonstration to let the international community know that there are a lot of stealing going on in Ghana is a laudable suggestion. But you think, also your people, do you think your people will do it? Well, my people, they have their priority. I wouldn't say that my priority or my choice of event is the best, but politically I can say if they go on that demonstration with those reasons, it will gain more momentum. It will fetch more reason. I mean, it will fetch more ears and eyes than going to a party to go and recruit. But they've got their priorities, and who am I to challenge? How I wish they could have said that Mansa Musa have got the brains. Let's listen. But no, they won't, because most of them, when they do that, then it will mean they themselves. But me, I'm not after their job. So look, if I wanted to join the NDC maybe 10, 15 years ago or whatever, but I never joined and I will never join. Because, where they put, of course, if I get an appointment in future, well, that one I'll take. But to join the political wing so that I'll be gagged or I'll be restricted from saying certain things. That is why I don't want to be part of that. So I decide I ain't going to join. But I know that my head is full of good things. I know I can deliver more than loads of them. Not all of them, but most of them. They won't listen. Sometimes I give them the hints. I put it in my writing, but they won't even bother. Because what is going on? Look, the first time I heard or I saw the Al Jazeera news about this is the part thing, I say, wow. You see? And the moment the citizens rise up to say, look, enough is enough. These people are stealing our monies. It highlights, it brings that to the headlines of most news outlets. And that does more recruiting. That will recruit more people than going to a party to go and tell people, most of whom are there just to, while away time to enjoy or to relax a bit. Maybe they wouldn't even want to indulge or involve in hard time politics. But like that gentleman said, who am I? Who am I? Let me go and look for one. Let's see. I can't find it, but tonight I've had some issues with my system a little bit. I hope issues will be resolved. Okay, so it's not there. Okay, right. Let me go and find. I want to. Okay, let me play this one for the meantime.
Wana mutanen NDC da ke United Kingdom da Ireland chapter ina roƙon ku har wa yau ku vote ku ba chairman Akwa shi kada ne wanda in Allah ya yarda ya win ya zama chairman zai kawo welfare program da zai taimaka muku ya taimaka ma party mu daga cikin wannan welfare program dukkan member da ke neman taimako lokacin da ya shiga cikin masuwa abin da ya kama daga 50 pounds zuwa 400 pounds welfare program na ya tabbatar a baka a taimaka maka in Allah ya maka dalili ka biya wannan kudi bayan haka kuma dukkan memba da ke neman wani taimako sha'anin batun takardun shi ko wurin zama ya ajiye manya da lauyoyi da kowane lokaci kake neman advice ko kake neman wani lawyer da zai taimaka maka akan batun sha'anin zamanka a ƙasar United Kingdom shi kuma su bi bayan ka su taimaka maka su saya maka ka biya wani abu kadan da yake in ka je waje zaka doki lawyer ba da ka same shi haka nan ba muna rokonka member NDC da ke United Kingdom ko Ireland in lokacin vote ya kai ka vote ka ba Chairman Akwa shi kare ne wanda yake zai taimaka ma party mu a lokacin da muke ciki wannan shine sanarwa ko wannan shine abin da muke roko ku taimaka mishi Allah kuma ya taimaka mu duka gaba daya Allah ba mu nasara mun gode muku da kuka saurare mu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Good morning, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I'm paying me bano boko. Midin the ASP retired Franklin Nati. Mesun Ghana ewo police mu 24 plus years. Na me gratuity Mansa Kano Milito bond 2 years. Aka 1 year this year, September. Year 2023. Na mi bond no amateur. Wo adwina wo di ba ye say wakoboka ana wa bugana abofom enti me bre ama bre sika medi to bond no commercial bank no unfa mame we enye am robber ene ebe chemiji mi sika o oman panyi a ya to abama no se onhwe yeso emra wo fru plane 18,000 pounds an hour nkrofo kachre wanted. Emra wo fa so many ministers say omunu na oni omu betumi aye adwuma. Nkrofo ka kire o. Wanted. Ene your incompetence inti me bre amabre. Me disika ye di tua me ka say gratuity. Mi fa hwe mi ho so no usi wafa this is 2033 se mi manum na opese omumbe jisika na minana no mo a minim president woni diemu o misrew unua na ni bank edi enim eji loans no mfaso a wanya no misrew mano fa nsa mfaso no ekutu yesika no mesika no mfa mame Nana Addo utrimu yedin papa obi a maye juma Ghana mra kire se 24 years plus no yentu ameka as a retired officer no Usi untua meka. Minya 60 years here. Nanado minister mibisa wo. Have you been a civil servant in Ghana before? Have you worked as a civil servant? Please. Nanado. Mimpese. Mbe kasatiao. Mimpese mbe dumi wusu eni ubusiya derbi. Midi yao esreo. Tise na Mr. Matheson. Efri sunyani esreo no. Jai misika mami. Midin di ASP Franklin Kwesi Nate. Mi tome bon wo commercial bank. It was Accra North branch. Please, I beg you, in the name of God, don't touch my money. Don't touch my money. Don't touch my money. Anybody who receives this, please send it to as many platforms for Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo to see, to hear, and to see. Or his cousin Ken Oforiatta should hear. Please, 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 Nanado, I'm not supposed to beg you. Because when you were begging that you should be tried, I remember traveling from Kumasi to Koforidua to vote for you 2016, thinking you are bringing something on board. I regretted it. I have regretted all my life. Some friends told me, "Anka unya accident or question na uya." Well, Nanado, please, whoever received this message, forward it to as many platforms. Let Nanado hear me and ensure I have my money. Thank you.
What's name wacha? Mama 2 years. Says here the fear be 2 years. I want them. What's name? What's name 2 years? We are 2 years account. Says here no. Sir, dan someone has said per se. Open single room. Says here no unkuta 600. Unkuta 500. Unkuta 700, 800. Unya dying. Says here agent for age 100 CDs for viewing fee, and I say 80 Ghana for viewing fee. Just showing you the room. Says here if you're for beer, the Omodayam agent for Uchia 9,600. Also Uchia agent 900, 600, 900 and almost 1,000 CDs. Why? Says here you to the end day. Why? Like why? What? Like why? Hey, like it's serious. Say, Matsna demo 2 years. I'm paying 8,000. Now I'm supposed to pay 9,600. And you're taking the 2 years. You take 1 year and put. Because you see, me engine 6 months in 1 year. Say we hear Juma me fear. Ube boa no busumi pay a the amount. Say 600 or say 700. You have to eat only small one pay because a whole month no pay. And si back on one bed. Ume she bibi yo. Ume she bibi yo my one penny for mon can one semishe na. Youth for the year brenna ye kum ye anyhow. A direct in tea ye betting pontino. Ube come ye kum. Go back home, ye kunti, you to not ye brand moon. A dance some air kunye. A day. How? Ghana, ye ble papa. A day. And then fear walking in and catch a very me patron me pedime or because of who agents. Agents, viewing fees or do coach them or bet you 80 CDs and now say 100 CDs. And then dance so man dying, who could have 600 that? Oh, nothing room name. Or do 2 years, 600 CDs, 2 years. Because of that, into the ultimate data or no person or two. Now or do a for a show on 600, 500. na de wutua ne nti opese wutua 2 years ati mu nka ho hwe man ye say youth ne ye bre ye ya ne ye beto aba oni ye aso ye to aba na me de me influence me crop for keke atne mu acha.
Right, if you've just joined me, you are just welcome. Yeah, for those of you still waiting, the time shifted, and me myself, I had some slight technical issues. Everything is now resolved, so let's get on with the show. And without too much of me making too much of my monologue and noise, let's go straight to Accra to welcome Dr. Kwesi Enin. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Right. Let's go straight to the point, and that is, they say the peace or peacetime is the absence of war. Apart from, let's say, Sudan, the rest of the west coast of Africa, or let's say the Sahel regions and the rest of them, there is no specific war, and yet there is no peace. In general terms, what do you think is happening in our part of the world?
Well, let me start this way. I mean, peace is a fairly complicated thing. I mean, it is not only the absence of war. If there is fear, you know, you are afraid to leave your house and go to the farm, to go to the shop, you know, to go to church and come back at night. That presence of fear does not give peace. If you are hungry and desperate to get the basics to survive, that cannot lead to peace. Furthermore, if you live in a country supposedly democratic, where those who are expected to govern you and to whom you have vested your trust in, then decide to loot the resources of the state for their personal and their familial interests, that cannot bring peace. So although there's a hot war in Sudan, parts of Central African Republic, northeastern parts of Nigeria, northern Mali, most of Burkina Faso are at war with extremist groups, and therefore one can say there is no peace. There are quite a number of countries on this continent, or at least on my continent in Africa, where there's no war, but there's also the absence of peace. But let me make a final point here. Peace is not a common good. It's not everyone who preaches peace who also wants peace. Peace has become a word or a phrase that is used to hoodwink people and to create the impression that, yes, give me the chance, I will put in place all the things that you need to create a peaceful environment: food, health, education, housing, security. You know, so we should take it for granted that everyone who says peace also means peace.
So, in this sense, let me ask you, in my day, you know, growing up in the 70s and 80s, maybe even beginning of the 90s, we had all these African states being governed by one-man show, dictatorships, and here and there, soldiers and everywhere. They seemed to be able to at least contain their territories or maintain a bit of, how do I say it? There wasn't so much of this conflicts, ethnic fighting, and terrorism everywhere as it is now. Now that we are supposed to be doing democracy, why do you think we have all these problems, emerging in our part of the world? Hello, Doc. Can you hear me? Hello, Dr. Kwesi Enin. Can you hear me? The lecturer's phone is on hold, so let's hope we can get him back to discuss this serious issue of no peace in Africa, or no peace in Sahara area of the Sahel area, Sahel region, and other places as well. I've been speaking to Dr. Kwesi Enin. He is a lecturer at the Kwesi Annan Institute in Accra, and he is a security expert, security analyst, who usually he goes to places like the BBC, Al Jazeera, and the rest of them to discuss. Tonight, we are privileged, really, to have him. At the moment, his phone is on hold somehow. I think being a big man is a factor. Maybe someone has called and he has to maybe deal with them. So let's hope we get him back so that we can continue with the discussion. You are listening to Mansa Musa, and the program is Fire Will Burn You. The fire has burned me this night because for about 15 minutes, for those of you who started with the beginning, so that I went off air a little bit, and all was due to technical issues or technical failure or something like that, equipment failure. It happens even with the BBCs of this world.
NFM Radio.
These things can happen. So please bear with them. We are still, I'm very quite sure that we'll get the doctor to come and finish with us, finish the conversation with us. Dr. Enin, can you hear me? Hello, Doc, can you hear me? Let's all bear with. I think we had the Dr. Kwesi Enin had a call from somewhere, and mostly very important. I tell you, this guy explains, security issues and security matters of, in Africa. He goes to talk on Al Jazeera, CGT, and is it a Chinese? Even I think I've seen him once on RTV. I've seen him on BBC and CNN. So he's a busy man. He's really a busy man, and I'm only hoping that tonight we can get him fully, to our advantage, or to come and speak with us. Hopefully, we'll get him back. I'm trying to, reconnect, but it looks like his phone is engaged now. Hopefully, okay, he's still engaged. So we will wait till his call to the other side is finished. Who knows? Maybe another network either TV or radio has phoned him. And believe me, I will tell you too that these people sometimes, the big radio and TV network, when they phone them, they pay them cash, And me, Mansa Musa, I'm not paying any cash, just doing us a favor. So I understand if he gives priority to those areas. But I was with Dr. Kwesi Enin. He's a lecturer at the Kofi Annan Institute. In fact, I made a mistake of writing Kwesi Annan, but it's rather Kofi Annan Institute. He's a security expert, and hopefully we'll get him back to finish our conversation. Before he comes, I think someone called, and before I could look at it, I could see it, he has dropped a call. So if you want to talk quickly, even if you want to talk when he comes back and you have to stop, fine. You can ring me and I'll let you talk. You are listening to Mansa Musa, and this program is called Fire Will Burn You. Please seriously bear with. The viewing has hit on the radio side, has hit 5,000 and counting. This our counter only counts in thousands, so the hundreds doesn't appear. But we are in the region of the 5,000, and I think everyone wants to listen to this conversation. Unfortunately, Dr. Kwesi Enin is a bit busy here. Let's try again. I will try again to see. Okay. So that sound shows that the phone line is busy. And so I will see what we can do to get him back. Oh, no, I haven't finished. Give me a Makurizi. Stop.
Sydney Discotheque, verano del 79, con la mejor música del mundo. Okay,
Oye.
Sir Gabo.
Hello, my dear brother Mansa Musa. How are you doing, sir?
I am very well indeed. Today is Friday after all, so nothing worries me. Believe me. For Friday, I just want to go with the flow, so to speak.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Happy to hear your voice. You are doing a great job for your country. Having time thinking about your country, and I wish we shall do more of developmental journalism instead of damaging journalism against our country. Now, let me say this. I just got time to open the radio, and I heard somebody talking about it was an emotional film that you were playing.
That is a video. I mean, that is a clip. A clip that is.
It's a clip. I know, sir. This is not the first time. You keep on doing that. You keep on doing that. Yeah, I know. But let me say, me share Ghana for for this share Ghana for this share Mukrumwa. One more Ghana, Sagabo, Sakao no this year, Namekasano. Sakao no this year, Sagabo Namekasano. Chasha Munina. I said, Bako American, Basamito. Our dear Mansa Musa, if we are here, yes, he was this country where we live here in London, England, and you that London has the living, a cost of living, and some film them that is going to be that a name of bed empire. if you compare Ghana to UK to Ghana, this is a highly industrial country. We're about $3 billion, multi-billion trillion dollars here economy. And the Hakras one Juma. That's all Krata come there. About Krama be no didi. The be a better in Subia Benum. Yet Kruman and review that. If you go to the States, our siblings in America, those in Canada, they will say that if you are seeing them review that, read any economic journal. Read any research based on global economics.
Rabanua, fan say obey my office, also obey our office. No, we are seeing I didn't nuntum and yes,
Mansa Musa, don't put words into my mouth and don't jump into hasty conclusion. It will not help anyone. Let me develop my argument.
What argument in free? You know what? And say,
I'm developing my argument.
Okay.
I have a structure. My structure. You are the examiner. I have to structure my argument, and then you mark it the way you want it. Now, Federal Reserve of America, since March 2022. March 2020, they have increased interest rate 20 times interest rate, all in an effort to contain inflation in America, all in an effort to contain inflation. It is global. We must get it straight away. Now, descending to Ghana, developing country, we have our own challenges. Mansa Musa, Rabana also you know why he's talking? He's not talking Rabana Sana organ or Resa Abayim Rim, not buying KBB. But this is the question I'm asking. Rollins, only people have been and a they introduced capitalist system in Ghana. Rollins was the Pope, Akosibuchi was a catechist. Our father, Papa J.J. Rollins, was the Pope of capitalism in Ghana. And our brother, Professor Kosibuchi, when your baby crossed about, I think, last year or so, also, he was a catechist. You see, Ghana, they abolished everything. It is part of the trappings of capitalism. A global baby. If you could have more. Mansa Musa, your suggestion say, if we live in a country and our resources, the resources in the one, we cannot build a house for every single person. Now, private individuals will have to work very hard, earn their money, build their houses, and rent. We are not saying say Robert Wosu. So the government must put a cap on rent in Ghana. Is that what you're saying? Free market economic system that was introduced by Rawlings. Up to date. Many years, NDC for chance. I'm talking about this Fourth Republic. Many years, NDC for chance about power. They did nothing about it. Nothing about this. Nothing. The which man said, "Not ban the BCC at Dankaka." Now, NDC for a damn cause on BCC crown. Ecosi say, "A damn cause a project Ecosi say or Ghana." And they said, "Your boy emotional, so boy emotional sanction." We know what you do. You invoke the spirit of despondency, the spirit of frustration, the spirit of despair, a spirit of anger, confusion among Ghanaians living in London here and even among Ghanaians. Spill over to those who live in Ghana. This is what we do. This is what we do. This is the consequence, the impression on Ghanaians over there. It's not going to sort anything. Mansa Musa, the radio, what we have to be doing. That's all what will be a chaser. And this is for idea to solve the problem. That's how emotional man. It's not going to help anybody. Obi beauty, already OT, then wofu. The the authorities in Ghana, as you said, it is somebody's making. One thing government's making, I'm not going to do, sir. Cumulative effect. We are not saying so can I don't do. But I emotions, I'm well be the agenda behind this emotion will not help anyone. The agenda behind these emotions, that you invoke the spirit of disappointment, confusion against Ghanaians. What they are wrong, back Ghana for? What the confusion? What they are for back Ghana for? So, the earlier you stopped it, the better it will be for us. And more will be so emotional in our mobile. It's not going to help anybody. The smash and grab policies that's been adopted by the NDC is not going to have power to them. The smash and grab politics, creating emotional anger against a group of people, is not going to solve the problem. It is not. Why? Rollins is the capitalism by Ghana. It was Papa J.J. Rollins who introduced capitalism there. And how are you going to put a cap? How are you going to put a cap on rent in Ghana? How are you going to do that? Once you have initiated the program, how are you going to do that? Mansa Musa, Manuasi, we see emotional name and more be the earlier stop playing this, the better for us. We want to hear what the NDC can do to contain the problem. You see, after 30 years of our former president, Mahama, engaged in politics in Ghana, after 30 solid years, and after 6 years of being in opposition, the solution is Mahama's solution is Yemaya poultry farm. Yemaya poultry, Yenya poultry, solution, poultry, and about solve Ghana problems. Poultry. Private individuals have started long before doing their poultry farm in Ghana. After 30 years, the former president is that solution. Mahama's solution cannot contain the girl's emotion. Get emotion now. They be also now bona. Mahama's solution cannot contain that. Global. You must. The earlier we all come to understand it, the better for all of us. The earlier emotions in sovereign and sovereign. Manuasi, will be thinking Kasavi.
Francis Segabo. When we are, okay, some me quack, but my main fact, we see Sheffield for some few minutes, and then my system, no, and I mean, yeah, problems, pa. Hello, Kwesi. Hello, Kwesi. Hello, Kwesi. Kwesi Sheffield, hello. And I say, a system, no, hello. Kwesi. Hello. Hello, Kwesi. Hello. Kwesi. Hello, Kwesi. Okay, Kwesi is not here. Segabo.
Yes.
Me babe another. Hello, Kwesi. Kwesi, my friend, need to go to Accra. My friend, me from. Okay. You go ahead for 1-2 minutes.
Yeah, quick one. I'm saying we were waiting for Kwesi to come and educate us, but Kwesi tell me, then I will stop. Can I go ahead, Mansa Musa?
Okay, go ahead.
Hey. Mansa Musa Timika.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. Before I speak, I would like to extend all my greetings to your listeners and everybody who is listening to you tonight. And I'm in parent, I'm a presenter, security expert, we are near Abum. But gentleman called Kabona Oba Kasano, the better would say me properly. Mr. Kabo, you are an NPP person. So when you come onto Mansa Musa's program and you want to speak to us, Tell us what Nana Akufo-Addo and MPP has done for Ghana. Tell us your achievements so far ever since MPP as a political party took over the governance. Bakachen, Adza Aye, OPC, Adana Kotua is a problem. And he's telling people and he's talking about his emotions. That one is hitting you, Cabo. And Yahu Abatina Radio do. Enka Ada, I want a president, the Akufo-Addo and MPP, why am a Ghana po? Sure. Mr. Cabo, Mami Kenso, some time ago, NPP as a political party, woke up already be no begina radio do. Also, on so bodo. Also, Mr. President, say to me, ya fido, me benejuma do something what say. Enti memukwe menya bibia and the pay minya vindi so bodo na menum. Enti say ejuma no to me ya just wanna call. That and MPP focus already there where the something years, 82 years. No, but yeah, emotional campaign the ma awo Cabo ni MPP. Ebe jina radio do. About to Obinano. Mama Kabi be church. Say very careful, Mr. Cabo. Mr. Cabo, see politics now where you're Ghana and Tassi. You don't understand it. So when you come to radio, you don't speak to issues. Mama Kabi be church. President Nana Akufo-Addo, when he took over the governance, said, one son channel, the Ghana debt profile was 120 billion. As we speak now, Ghana debt profile is close to 600 billion. John Dramani Mama, 52 billion or the year infrastructure. Ebini Atuabo gas. As we speak, Mr. Cabo, Atuabo gas is providing gas for energy. Mr. Cabo, Segreme, when John Dramani Mama was building Segreme for people, your president has stopped it. What about now radio do to a yampia, Mr. Cabo? So you can't, don't come and waste our time. Sometimes Ghanaians are suffering, Mr. Cabo. Sure, Cabo, listen carefully. Do you know that your vice president, it was NDC time that the gentleman was in Bank of Ghana, through the first time. He served on the NDC till he came into MPP. What has they done for Ghana? Well, the catcher and the John Dramani Mama Wabon. Exchange rate was around 4 cities. Mr. Cabo, exchange rate is online. So Obi catcher down to be turned down cow. Because of the economic measure, every general radio doing a preach about the American emotion issues. You don't understand the politics going on, Mr. Cabo. So sometimes when you come, take your time. Some of us, you want to debate on issues, Mr. Cabo. We want to debate on infrastructure. Share Eco Bank in a country busa from bank. At the bottom mortgage, you buy mortgage. So once 10 years, 15 years, Mr. Cabo, you pay the mortgage. After 15 years, the house become your own property. And can you scale a bank? And can you scale a bank in a Mr. Cabo? NPP political party, that is what they've done to the state called Ghana. What called you loans? Loans, Sikano or Wahin, not Sikano Wahin. Over radio, there was the NPP and NDC, they are the same. Who told you that? And you Guasefo. What about you, Ghana from John Dramani Mama and his same gas, a bottle of small gas for cooking was 125 Ghana cedis. This time, gas was near the ban. I ain't Mr. Cabo. What could come gas? I ain't water. Common water and coffee 1 cedi 20 pesos. And you know what, Mr. Cabo? About now radio do about American economy. Even Ghana economy can enter you. Now about now, Mr. Cabo, Galamsey, what say river body? Go to the villages. They can't get water to do farming. Mr. And that's a Bekasa. You can concern him with education about security of the nation, not your NPP tantrums.
Okay.
Papa, what's the NPP and NDC are the same? Mansa Musa, you see, sometimes you see, Ghanaians, bro, we mean business. The state called Ghana is gone down. it is time we rescue the nation. So let's make sure that these NPP people who are in governance and they don't know what they are doing, if the kitchen is hot, they should get out. When you want propaganda now, why you are till now? Mr. Cabo, next time when you come back, tell us from 2017 to now, what has NPP achieved? The issue of the free SHS, which you brought, is good. Do you have a policy document? No. The economy you took from John Dramani Mama, what have you done about it? Zilch. Those individuals who are collecting money into their bedrooms, what have your ministers talked about?
Okay, Kwesi, I need to go on.
No, go to the man. You see, I didn't want to come in now, but because this Cabo guy came to interrupt into Misrano. So if you come for his political party, you shouldn't come and waste our bloody time. Sorry, you shouldn't come and waste our time. This time, you have. Thank you so much, Mansa Musa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cecilia Benadapa. Well done. Well done. I thought you were a woman and a mother who had compassion. They said, do far better than Cecilia Benadapa. Well done. Well done. I thought you were a woman and a mother who had compassion. They said, give a position to a woman and she'll do far better than a man. But these days, what do we see? It's sad. It's disheartening. Year in, year out, flood affects people in Accra. The Odo River gets flooded. Lives are destroyed. Properties are destroyed. You said you used $43 million to clean the Odo River. Have you seen what $43 million could do in Dubai? Or in Europe? Or in America? Shame unto you. It's so sad. It's so disheartening. We live in this country. People cannot even afford 1 meal a day. And some people out there who have very little are trying everything possible to reach out to those who don't have any. But you, the politicians, all you think about is grabbing. You have only one child, I was told. You have only one child and you are grabbing all these properties for only one child. How about those kids in our front plains, those kids at the north, those kids in the Volta region somewhere Those kids in remote villages in Ashanti region, in Central region, in every part of Ghana. Look, there was a kid I met in Sogakope. They are so poor that they are 3 siblings. Every morning, their meal is yesterday banku with raw pepper, no tomatoes, just pepper and salt, with no fish. The day I asked my mother to give them soup, it was like, you are bringing kids from the war zone who haven't eaten for a year. When they saw soup in a plate that day, oh, politicians are wicked in this country. You people cannot even afford to go to hospitals. I have a little charity. My colleagues from work and my friends, they help me with their little income, and we reach out to people in the remote parts of the water region. They have nothing, absolutely nothing to eat. You guys are just there amassing Ghana's wealth, misusing donors' funds. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? And today's Sunday, July 23rd, 2023, I believe most of you are in your churches praising God, thanking God for bringing Ghana down. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves? It's so disheartening what you people are doing to Ghana. It's so sickening what you people are doing to Ghana. I go to the villages and I see kids who do not have anything to do, who do not have anything to eat. There are people who are sick. They can't go to hospitals. Even they go to the hospitals, they give them paracetamol. This national health insurance, you buy a loaf of bread in Kuala, you pay national health insurance. Yet, donors are putting money into this national health insurance, but you guys are just looting the money, and people go to hospitals, you give them paracetamol. Why are you doing this to Ghana? Why? Why are you doing this to Ghana? Oh, don't you have heart? Don't you have compassion? Don't you have sympathy? Don't you have feelings for people? It is sad. And you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
Gabo.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes. Mansa Musa, yes.
Inti we see emotional, we so kind of nuntum.
Azamisa, don't put words into my mouth. I'm not saying something about my also. He hasn't got the legitimate reasons to cry. I'm not saying this. All I'm saying is that if we are here, Tibuano, Mansa Musa, you know, what's many years I've seen a land behind. You know deep in your heart, the landing has changed. Prices of things have changed. It will never come down. A pack of 72 toilet roll, a pack of toilet roll from. Yes.
Gabo.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, London now brocha okasa ayedin no. Mami yisun.
Yes.
Wo yare, wo ba yare se na ko hospital nya paracetamol e be man se onko fie. Why? Dia wo kan din wo. Dia wo kika no hwe. Ye nyina betu aka bi.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Oh, we are no ayedin o babia. This is what you are trying to infer, that it should shut up because it is hard everywhere. This is what you are saying.
That is
look, we all have conscience, we have our brains. You don't have to specifically, you don't have to explicitly say,
yes,
mention it word by word before one can understand what you are driving at.
Of course.
This woman is crying and saying, give one example. People sick, they can't, even if they go to the hospital, they are able to go. They'll give them paracetamol for whatever illness that they have. And you are coming to say, oh, you are here. It is very hard in England. It is very hard everywhere. What are you implying, Segabo?
I'm not saying this.
What's the Mama Nusi? Mama Nusi. And some Muna Wokano. What's the Mama Nusi? What if there's a Muna Wokano? We have found say NDC partner was what? And Kasam will back us. Oh, baby, I ding. What are you trying to imply?
Mansa Musa, you are telling me that a senior man will soon 10 years ago, Obi Susan or Canada. You are telling me that.
So what has that got to do with what is happening today? Sir, even if 10 years ago it happened, has it changed for the better? I think that is why people come to power to change situations.
Yes.
How has the situation changed to better? I mean, is the situation better or is worse? Tell me.
Okay, let me show you. I hear you. Nanado, a Kufuado government, she could be Nanado, any Bowman, any operator, and all the leading members in the NPP. They all confirm, say, the kind of economic Eldorado, the kind of living standards on promising Ghana. They will admit that. They would never deny. Even they all say we have challenges. We do have challenges. Now I should tell you, okay? You call the health sector. Mansa Musa, since independence, government ban with me import ambulances, a bomb more than 300 at a time.
Okay, that is a very good example. You again. No. Mami you ano. Ambulance no. Se we yare na wo demo popi a. Tie me mami you wana na memo watu aso. Ambulance na wo ka no. Wo dem popi na e de wo kwa hin na e de wo ko. Ambulance no se wo timu a wo yare a popi no. E hin na ambulance ne de wo beko.
Ambulance, did you take you to the hospital?
Hospital, I hear NPP for AC.
I hear NPP for AC. No more, hospital said, and his vote is here.
Okay.
You never initiated any hospital. NDC never initiated any hospital. You. Kufona started here.
And University of Ghana Hospital, Kufona started here.
No, started here. Kufona started here.
Okay. And DSC, you. And DSC, say we are near a ye Ashanti region, DSC, one in ano, Kufona started here. Okay, fine. And it is a people. Ambulance to a hospital, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, fine. All right. To us.
Then, okay, those a Bassabia, Obitia Crabias. Medical services and Yemen Cornwall. You're about more than 14 medical items, 40 million medical items. It's able to go to remote areas. You have a idea about it. And his book at say, it is not and perform.
Listen, I mean, come in. You see, when you are talking, you are talking to me. You should, I've warned you. Look, do your research. There was a company who were coming to do that for free. If you don't know, and you will 11 million. It was this. Hey, Mimi Bois.
You were eavesdropping. But you tell one to say and MPP for the tongue. MPP
for tongue. MPP for tongue.
And the MPP for criminals. And among the reason why you say MPP are criminals, you say you're buying, you're better to finish. I'll see a question, Mansa. Who implemented the diversity implementation program? And I can say, sir, meeting Ghana was here. Oh, Bernard Ben Cast the whole baby. No, baby. Now, where is the correct Casano? Omoko in Nigeria and buy, or more Casano, this is not a deal. Now, we are under pressure near them. I want to say, Which means well is going on. Maybe he wasn't interested in that, but they were hemming. Rollins had no option but to do that. Let me get you there. If he knew this already.
Okay, now let me explain to you your disingenuity, your obfuscation, your dishonesty. Dishonesty now. Let me start from here. You posted something, Segabo. Who say out of jealousy, the founder of NDC Rollins drove private entrepreneurs from Ghana. Siao of Tata Brewery. Hang on. Siao of Tata Brewery. Your friend's name. Siao of Tata Brewery fame ran to seek protection from Liberia or in Liberia. With a sense of history and the spirit of building Ghana, Nanado has set up an office for our brothers and sisters. The first statement, when I may reply, will say, out of evil hatred, jealousy, and envy, the deadly human snakes of the UP tradition objected to every single one of Nkrumah's visionary and intellectual foresight programs and projects. Today, their children are selling Nkrumah's project to themselves and amassing wealth. Criminals. And I will also reply, say, please check your knowledge of history in Ghana well. Who implemented divestiture? So I answered that question by telling you that, look, divestiture program did not take place only in Ghana. It was an American-led Western directives suggested or imposed on most African states, which led to the collapse of many state-owned industries in many countries. Indeed, let me say, recently I watched a video clip of one Nigerian political commentator lament as to why many of the sub-Saharan countries came to be importers of all goods from previous position of emerging mini producers and manufacturers. That means they were manufacturing and producing, but not, at least they were not big. Let me say, this divestiture program of the 80s did not happen only in Ghana. If you think it was only Rawlins's misadventure, then I will say you are short of your research. And I mean, mommy, since I remember in the 80s somewhere, either 87, 89, or 88, we were following, Rawlins everywhere he goes and everything. We had some delegation, and Rawlins, after the protocol, invited them to the Castle Garden to go and have like a, informal chat. Then we had some, especially foreign journalists who were asking Rawlins questions as to the fact that he claims to be somehow, not a communist, but, a socialist idea. So why is he, implementing this sort of programs that will keep all these, state industries, bring them to the umbrella of private ownership or something like that. And he made a comment that, look, our hands are tied. We are not in favor, but, the powers that be are pushing it. Okay. Now, this conversation, you said because of envy. And I also replied that because of envy. Now, the divestiture that Rawlins did, if it was bad, why is it that today, 17 of the remaining Nkrumah factories, you guys are planning to sell it? Look, NIB, the National Investment Bank, even that one, you are going to collateralize it and sell it to private ownership. So please, if you don't know, ask and you'll be told.
I'm not naive about it. It's going on in Ghana. I'm not naive.
Well, if you are not naive, then you are a hypocrite because you are not telling the truth. If you are not naive, then speak the truth.
You are not telling the truth because why do you tell one say you're criminals? You're companies.
No. As for Akufo-Addo and the people, they are criminals. I will tell you, I'm not hiding it. Akufo-Addo and his brothers and uncles and the rest of they are criminals. Maka. They are criminals. I'm not saying MPP4. MPP4, I tell you, some people will be some gentlemen and very nice ladies, people who can do things far better than Akufo-Addo and his people are doing. Mahama Nibabe and our sisters keepers. Omukoti charity be ejijisika Rawlins so ne owomamba miensa and kaneba miensa no kwoti charity na from my sisters keepers are and kadia na mobeka okromo. And Kadian am working on Chromo.
Election year, no. December no. Mahama Lucy no lose work. Agreement even of Ghana National Box here. What they command brother? Why do you do that? Why?
You see, ignorance is killing all of you. Mahama the first sign say on the money, brother. Why? Ignorance is killing you. Don't know. Ignorance is killing you people. Listen, that particular bauxite, it started with American company, Canadian company, Russia companies. They all came to do that, what we call it, it's not research, the prospecting, to find out if it's valued enough, or if there's enough, to mine it, if it will bring preference. These companies from America, from Canada, and from Russia, they all initially brought the report that no, it is too expensive. Or the reason, not that because they knew it was too expensive. The reason was that they thought, or they knew that they were getting aluminium from somewhere cheaper. If they come and mine the one in Ghana, it will, spoil the market. So they went away. This Ibrahim Mahama boy spent his own money plenty to research and came out that, look, it's good enough to be mined. Obviously, put it this way, Mahama Ibrahim is an African, is a Ghanaian. So if they have given, listen to me, if they have given, even if his brother gave it to him, a new government has come, all what you got to do is that, listen, the arrangement or the agreement is not good enough. Ghana will lose. So let's sit down and maybe rewrite it. You don't take it away from him and go and give it to Chinese. You don't take it away and go and give it to foreigners. What do you mean? Criminals. Criminals. These people are criminals. Good morning, Ghana. Good morning, Ghana. Randy Abbey. Omutumika say, Yebusa, say, finance minister, $1 billion beer, or see all the quantities, energy debt. Says, can you know, any debt in the UNPI? Send your money in a go, who have a catch them, say, these people are not criminals. Mobisu Mekebi, meaning what I banter now, I don't know who are baby a friend me bounce on Munina, Mobisu Mekebi. I'm saying, where Abolo?
Mansa Musa.
Abolo Yanko.
Mansa Musa, Mebo Abasu. Minya Segabo Jinasu. Minya Gabo Michiao.
Oh, me just.
Mansa Musa, one and common baby Edrunu, any near Ukano, Obia Onintia, Sebiano, Obefani said Mansa Musa, Dedi, Derby, or mine Ghana, Sir Gabo Eniha, Mansa Musa Eniha, but day in, day out, Omunya course, Efi Ghana. Day in, day out, almost news portals. In summer air kukosu. And in Ebema Mansa Musa, Ebe Kasa, Ebe Dra Obiasu, say be a Mansa Musa didi. Mansa Musa, Niau Kenyi Nano, one and boss site. Mahama, Ibrahim Mahama. Eko explain who say ye betimi atu a good year way and a from good year and a mine way ewa ha na eba ni say ye si jo mama dia mani nya ye ji ma China fo no e ka kro obo ye edidi dwuma ni nyina na nka Chinese fo no kwantimi endi say dwuma no po no yan twa me huka because of politics. Yanchani huka o bibini ko Ghana ni but akoye politics inti you say they are my Chinese for and omu share your boss on me is 3 billion or whatever and buy Mansa Musa pese mi bisa se gabu say na wu bisa no Viki Hama esu da ye say politics a minya $1 million mejae no. Minya mejae no kwa ma amanfo eye mu hye mu ema mu bodede say maame no ye investigate no. Ema John Dramani Mahama esaki maame no. Iti onu no ye manhye say we enye say minya yanko we egu ho. Obi aso nka ada say Cecilia Dapa awie sika. Obi aso nka say wafa omani sika. But ye ka say sika no eye say kwabrani bewo sika no egu fie ana. Onu se gabo ni ye manhye no.
NFM Radio.
Osoli anapa. Course a onya efi busuafo ho. Adofo nuanu mu ehonu onu ombreye 6 years down the lane. Se gabo nka difference between pressure efi busua ho eba ne ho any beyond 6 years ago. Enye hospital, enye road, eni nyama. Nipa brabo mu living aduane sem. Se onima mi pese mi nka nkyere ne se ene Ghana Accra. One manage say uye economy edi fufuo ewo Ghana ene 40 Ghana cedi and 50 Ghana cedi. Why economy no? Inti se gabo eye manana. Aban beko, aban beba. Ti mamufuo no a omuti oman ne mu no, oma bra abonu mu ekokan. Planting for food and job. Ene gari lonka eye 30 Ghana cedi. Planting for food and job. Ene ebro lonka eye 20 Ghana cedi. Planting for food and job. Ene omo 5 kilo eye 70 Ghana cedi. So the argument no enye se Mansa Musa na kasa na oye dedi o. Eda ho a sebi wo common sense obehu say ahunkyere wo ho enne chen say ye kan say obi nye no enu na debate no. It is a gabo me bisa o say ebusuafo how 6 years down the lane enne chen sa na say sisi ade ebusuafo ewo Ghana aka so ye hu atoye Memfi ana se eye ana Mansa Musa mi question sa mi bisa mi nwane.
Five minutes to 10, and that means I will be closing very soon. But I will give everybody the chance to speak, including Segabo. Trust me, I won't let you I will not leave you in the lurch, so to speak. I will make sure that everyone gets their fair share of the airwaves. So I mean, call a hase na me makwesi mbrem because I wanted to wait for the other kwesi to call, but also offered the wrong places. Kwesi Sheffield.
Yeah, Mansa Musa.
Okay. Chawasem to ma'am.
Wait a minute, so Mr. Danamap, you see, Mr. Segabo, listen to this myself. You see, Musa, I would like to challenge Segabo. Matasa menyini baya debate. on issues in Ghana. Please, if you give us that permission. Sir Gabo, listen and listen good. Sir Gabo, you see, Ghana was there before NPP and NDC was formed. These two political parties were formed in 1992 when they all had their certificates, Sir Gabo. And the aims and objectives of these both political parties is to make sure that the welfare of the people are good, irrespective of the condition of the economy of the state. Any government, your responsibility is that you can make sure that you cushion the economy for the people, Ghanaian people. However, Sir Gabo, say economy na ewohono. Say politicians now manage economy in a year. Eventually, the Ghanaians will have to suffer and pay for some politicians, incompetent. This is what is happening on the NPP and the Nakufado. Sekabo, we are crying there. The exchange rate is gone to almost $11, $12, $13 per cedi. Do you know why this thing is happening, Segabo? Because some people are stealing the monies and they turn around and go and change into dollars. So even, you see, the businessmen, the manufacturers who are producing are not the one who are bringing the foreign exchange into the country, but rather the politicians who are stealing the cedi are rather buying the dollars out of the system, creating harsh economy for Ghanaians, Segabo. Now, a bag of cement is 100 Ghana cedis, 1 million Segabo. So what about tonight radio do? We defend this clueless MPP regime. What is happening in Ghana, Segabo? It's not about bringing Rawlings into the equation. That is not so. Mr. Rawlings, rest in peace. Leave that man alone. The current politicians in governance, NPP and NDC, let's compare these two political parties and make sure who has invested our monies into the state. Who have stolen the state money, the looters, Segabo. Those who have created the harsh economy for Ghanaians. Those are the discussions you have radio there. The Rawlings today.
Okay,
so waste people's time.
Kwesi, I need to move on, please.
No, let me land here, Musa. Segabo, you see, you said a lot of things which is not true. Sometimes when you come, if you don't know something like Mansa Musa is telling you, ask and you'll be educated. Regional hospital, how many has NPP built? How many has NDC built? Okay? The district hospital, how many has NDC built? Ask those questions. Polyclinics. Please, let's base our argument or discussion on those factors. Don't come and be arguing unnecessarily. Stop. It's not helping you. It's not helping your political party. It's a shame. The Ghana before all the political parties. NPP is just a political party. So if you think you are tired, hand over and leave the kitchen. We say thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. All right. I'll go back to Segabo, but before I go, let me take this one to... hello, Kwesi. Hello, Mr. Halsden.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, you are on air now.
Oh, okay. Mansa Musa, sometimes MPP for Mukasa, who say, Omo Shagana for Bufupa. Omo Kasano Mokano. So Muso share or mine Bufupa. Na Ebufu Bia, so on a leveler, Idua explode. Dia Segabo ye. Na me I am one. I feel the man who end up can same be. Na I am one. May he so rest in peace. So Sophie, Sir John Krum. Say Anna Sir John so starting here yaki can some radio so sa as if he says Sir John. Who did you shell sa? Obama Ghana, I had to say, you had no cocoa forestry commission. When who or ye as Oja boy. Achimota Forest, the only carbon sinker, a waka. Sir John, a cochiche. or the Willie Jan forever. Oma MPP fumping a quiet more day bulldozers. It is why a virgin forest, a set forest near water bodies, no Japocoy. It is your branch ye. May I am one money position sisia Muhunya Mobayan or Ghana. Masegabui position Muhunya Mobayan or Ghana. Mansa Musa, and Yamo or Begina Hoy nan. The whole idea is a MPP. They are doing everything possible to take our focus. Ghana for focus every abna dapa another pa bededino abna pa another pa bededino. Omo person yi focus if you na ye focus so if you da na mum se bia mo bebe bia so no ye be chirechire mu ye hu se omo ye amamboyefo se nkofo we mu omo bo man Mansa Musa se gabo enwurade asem no kan se Rollins and a kofa capitalism at Ghana free market se gabo asem a wo kan wan kasa wo so wa induct ho there's a one kasa party MPP on philosophy capitalism no woni se capitalism and idea time idea enye e bo man say o man a who party na wudi achi no MPP omo philosophy capitalism free market and omo believe in what be gina ho condemn so be akwa aba be fe any point yes the Rollins in akwa for capitalism aba but asem na wo kind ankasa it is indicting you. Na say yefa say Rollins for capitalism free market system ya Ghana. Moi se mo ndia mo ndia kufuo bedi 8 years ekufuo do so ekwo 8 years ade ntia mo ntumi system no na mo fa nko system mo fi say Ghana pope. Why can't you change it? These people are so hypocrite, they are liars. Uju nwa won ti ase enti me ka che say se ma mo keka no hu mo she Ghana fu ebufu pa mo she Ghana fu ebufu. Mansa Musa yeni ana ekufu ado oye ne campaign ope president edi okeka nsem oni ba omi akeka nsem akasi ekufu ado si ya economy na Goglisberg economy oba besisa no obeyesi Mansa Musa e bai ye no mudi mirika so mo ko China ko BIMPEH butter trade no butter trading yeah, Goglisberg na kwame na ansam what time na ye butter trade. In the modern times, Ekufuado oye de say Goglisberg economy or Baba system. And then omo China so mo butter trade. Omo de bauxite kwakwaji kind of saying omo de say cyanohydro you know. And then baumia see or the gold kwakwaji oil. Ushema enye butter trade. Inti enja bebrebe na mudwae modada Ghana for ebeji tumi no sana na hwi ni mumu ba umia gina simpie so a from taxation to production from that and I said the MPP for Jimmy for so or cape no so from taxation to production from taxation to as if you say omubu sebe crèche classroom na ye sure mo rhyme no musia Obaka some boost said the nursery classroom and a teacher and a can no more so. I say, what kind of people are these? Some of them feeling cry. No more teaching Ghana abrabosa. Omupa in trunk one. Mansa Musa, you were right to say MPP for a coup for the money in the omo criminals. Only crooks and criminals and Yabeka Akabu. Uja diverse teacher. As if said diverse teacher, you know, could for buy, you know, idea diverse teacher, Adiba dangerous to any telecom now or Potoma, Vodafone for Vodafone for me, no Cassie, almost Cotta Ghana, or one who said more governance here, poor governance here, a Sebi, Nkwasia governance, and the Vodafone is packing out of Ghana. So we need Vodafone is packing out of Ghana. What the bad governance, criminal governance, I bet say businesses be brave Ghana.
NFM Radio.
Kokoshe Ghana a businesses are packing out of Ghana. Come back to South Africa. If you relocate to in every countries like Ivory Coast, Togo, Nigeria. Ujira ho nerve say kasa. Usa ye de bio because mo pese e beka ayi corona mo bo na ayi japa me de meka so we wie sika no de akugu say sika na de man so penko dredge ayi odo no en no we wie bi de akugu ni dem me de meka Mansa Musa ma me fe yi ntwato hwe kwan a mo de Ghana businesses fufa so is on back papa syndrome Dr. Dufo Alaji Agungu no man kasa mo alaji ba ku wi afinidi ono na Canada Japan say omo cast bi buy obo amu no mkuku yi sa cast no omo ina mo banks na mo gu ni nara mo fa say kanu furata ne bank na ye sana na omo pese omo de Ibrahim Mahama after the guy young man was sinking well over $10 million and they share prospecting or prospecting that time no Kufo no akofa two companies bakufi America e na Alcan bakufi ai Canada Canada then they Alcan and America then they Alqua omu na abaye omu ntumi Professor Mansa so buy no after Kufo Professor Mansa buy no also kofa one company bi fi Russia omu baye omu ntumi ye this young man say give me the opportunity. I'm a Ghanaian. I can see prospect there. I will do it. When they are the man not starting processes now, or the bear acquire a for example, land, you know, or the bear acquire no their two both sides, you know, or spend it or acquire lands commission for your way, forestry commission for your way, ministry for your way, no, from 2013. Up until 2016, your mama efi abemukrano no real processes no. And so MPP for Udifo, MPP for the Brabafu, MPP for Monkanokre, Etumbe said Ghana said, your mama tam concession no, a box side concession at the Amenuia. Mumba power MPP, Mumba power no. Now still a guy in a paperwork no. Just one day, now Moshe Dakachen say. Oh, we have a man final document, you know, on gather, you know, Munko chat path, or Munko chat by infant to no Munko forest, no Munko on all the stakeholders, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, a Forestry Commission, and here he only now the reps one particular day, no more forest, no more Bibiana finally, or more certificate. Mansa Musa Sana no more that guy, no more certificate. Or say Mansa or something regional minister, or my setting ready. So on change na do Kumasia. Now, Omo Asia Kofa, Omo Jandam radio stations, no, Oma Yomusu ready, Omo Skadia Momo, Mansa Musa, guy in the trucks, the machines, Edu Kumasia, because you call in a hini from Accra, you have to you go through Kumasi. I did do Kumasia, hey, yeah, Rambo style, Okotu Galamsi, Okwesi. No more setting radio stations now, ablaze. Omina, ye them, my granny go to Galamsey, say, Omuka Kanyana said, Jimmy for Bishop, almost supporters a Jimmy for no, and she's true. Or same men as were in pound here. It took this guy a very long time, or say concession crown pay you. One fact was spending well over 10 million, or some one fact. No machine somewhere in pound the Mufemran. It took this guy to go to court and some of the machines, name machines or the energy macramode mano. And yet you modern no. And yet you modern prana, Musa and Kanu Kranka, Munyama Moyahu. Mansa Musa, boy Ibrahim, because they were team business wise. Yes, I'm Komukuno, almost killing the business. Only say, yeah, say, or poultry farmer. Every day, when we Koshia, more than 250,000. Every single day. Nijata cement now or and woman or yeah and come person good. Oh, I didn't tell one person good say and on the bus. Oh, I quite Busia or bank be no good bank no more person come good jata business no cement a factory no and so to am fa sa angle ne bae but wo ntwe ngu no gina ne nan so ade a factory we first na why no o wie ya Mansa Musa woni nipa okọ ho so okọ pa adwuma ma Ibrahim on ye nipa bonini adwen bonini ni trim on ye pesamkum na on ye yi osafo maafo ne baba akọ e doctor na factory ni so ayi omo pay in-house doctor so in case obi o ho na first aid BBC a normal be a first aid na ade no ayi e cancer osafo maafo ye odi otu ekufu adufu se ekufu adu nji concession ni fi Ibrahim ni nsim no ono ne ba akọkọpẹ adwuma wọ hɔ na Ibrahim de amano mo ye adwuma Ibrahim ne cement friend data cement no Mansa Musa sanye maniam ye omo ba omo pese omo kyerɛkyerɛ mani party ase no tambia no mu twantro MPP wo niam ekoso nyina no yankopon se hyemu na omo bre no entro na omo di ne konkonsa ye sei nipa mo kofa mo ayi tambia mo si di ne kofo sana mo na mo wia dollars ni fogu mo dem mo na mo wia dollar bi e be ba begu economy ni wia no business community ni kwan senka enfan trade omo fen trade na MPP people makoto na mo da kugu mo mpaase e dey for bone for profo egudifo no mo no ye ka so mo mayenka
all right me da say what can
na mo da tumi be sisan wo hu kise bi dwane mu asasi so a wahwa mu tumi tina so
oye
this omo pe omo ko hu ayi papa oni virgin ye friend say ayi na yi bi no omo de kokotena marshals anase Pluto ewudifo MPP for akronfo ewudifo
waka we say Gabo.
Hello Mansa Musa.
Me the last word 2 minutes yanko.
Oh, kaka mekane say emu bi enya dwemi say meti ha no I don't feel the heat of all Ghanaians. Last October, November, I was in Ghana. I felt the heat. No I spoke to a lot of car drivers, a lot around. People were very anxious about what was going on there. It was global content, and so I imposed harshness on Ghanaians. Now, come to your issue of so Obika Sebia. Sir John better taught Chamosa Forest in Adam. I'm not here to defend him, but Mansa Musa, let me say this. And social media, the man is dead. He's not there to defend himself. There's no court. Nobody has said that. Forest. Yes.
Oh, yes. Sir John. Enka asema enka misi be mo abekasa I won't even let you I won't barge in but asema wo kan na mam say no I have to talk to you wo say papa no wewu woko the same thing Rollins is wewu ko it had na say wo be Rollins echi
I want just on mechanic
you born echi on the wewu ko
why until the connection no the nexus of my argument
and your friend's ambiguity
the nexus of my argument I didn't name social media no sa paper na name social media no what is the evidence who has proved that I am media why me can say media who has proved that which court has proved that obi dia DB na social media obi dia be a paja information which you need the social media. Yes, it is true. I don't buy into this. Because anybody we need to defend that because people are spreading this information outside there. It's not there. It's not here to defend.
Whatever you say about Rollins, he also had the right to defend.
Let's move on.
And he's not here.
Let's move on.
Thank you.
So said.
Thank you.
So said. And because if you are sending me so of course scan and because you know Ghana no the president be mam so na every day because what they are blaming what's up I'll say I have to find money to him now and then but you see so be a government or buy on so Ghana for person how to Ghana MPP government one of them because Mansa Musa, person that we so with regard to school fees, free HHS ba Ghana for so. At the this person make a now a ban or bus one programs what they buy, you know. And your program for a little pressure and the MPP government and yet that useless said yet. Portray I didn't know I use one. MPP government, what you be pa. Okay. Let me say this. Imagination is always better than knowledge. I repeat. Imagination is always better than knowledge. Why am I saying this? Yeah, the planting for jobs and growth by. You dear Bagana. Mansa Musa. Tama called by the two borders for 2 years. And yes, our projects are Ghana for KWEKU. The two borders in the it was that project, that program, that sustained Ghanaians, that fed Ghanaians. And then more cassette, and then more boy then, Gary Olunka boy, say, also before Ghana, you had in Accra, you had to pay 40 cities animal. But the issue is, the other project who grab on Ghana, say, I say, you. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
You let me come
Go ahead.
Segabo,
right.
It's on record.
Yes.
How money?
That's what?
As money supposedly spent during COVID time. And no one sem crano in parliament.
Bank confirm, Mansa Musa, stop this. Stop this propaganda. Where bank confirm said the money was judiciously used. Where bank has confirmed that. Stop this propaganda. Stop this propaganda.
No,
it's not going to help anybody.
What him say?
Stop this propaganda.
Ne obviously, one person will probe or parliament. What him said, the MPP side are stopping that probe, that investigation into the.
Now, where bank will this get mine? Where bank will this get mine? Say the money was used judiciously. What are you going to do? Then I'm going to investigate. What are you going to investigate? What else are you going to? Waste of time. What are you going to investigate? Where bank can confirm the money was judiciously used. So what are you going to investigate? For what? For what? MPP for NDC for MPC no. One was transfer pesicadi. One was on question with pesicadi. Allowance into one question. Allowance. Sitting allowance on pesicadi. It's not big for MPC impedance. What bank was this guy man? Was he again was judicial use? What are you going to start again? Babu Master no moka. Babu Master. Yes, sir. In friendly be area. Yes, sir. In friendly be area. What say you no?
Omo a great Ghana economy. World Bank for NTV my ratings.
Who gave us the money? Who gave us the money, Mansa Musa? I'm not talking about greedy. Who gave us the money? Who gave us the money?
1 hour.
Who gave us the money, Mansa Musa? Who gave us the money?
So imagine,
a
president of a poor
propaganda,
country.
NDC propaganda. No one's going to buy it. Propaganda, NDC MPs are some transfer. I am get some music. Sitting allowance. Sitting allowance in home quite again. Sitting allowance. Keep money. Keep money.
What's the war for the actual say? On Yesika Hospital for Scabreno. A Kufadu to make 17,000 an hour. F plane. And for so bad, Ghana.
Oh, fine. I hear the correct. And the correct. I'm some the correct.
Cathedral no so anya no kure.
Cathedral be.
Cathedral no.
Ghana is a Christian nation. It's a cathedral. What is wrong, Ghanaians? Building a cathedral. What is wrong? Building a cathedral for Ghana. What is wrong with that?
52 billion.
What is wrong with that?
Auditor General say, "Yenim baby, I want to." And so anya no kure.
Yeah, the correct.
Anyway, FNC ha. Edim guase na nya du awie ba nde FNC ha.
We keep propaganda no dey be amu ye no. From to be bia.
Me da mu nyina ase. Me da. Sagabo.
Okay. Bye. Adeje Mansa Musa. Bye. Bye.
Hey, me pesrie. Bye.
NFM Radio.
Woman